Welcome back to my channel, Hyacinth's Garden in beautiful Jamaica. Today's video is all about featuring a couple of my plants that I don't think I've talked about all year. And these are my May favorites. Ouch! Sorry, yeah, they have prickles. You don't see them right away, but yeah, you can get pricked by some of these little thorny things on this Ric Rac cactus. Now, this is her. Her name is Sarah. She's been with me for a few years. 2 years to the least. A little bit was given to me. I'm not sure it was this big. And I put her in this hanging basket. As a matter of fact, I put her in a small 4-inch pot first, and as soon as she took off, she was just going so much that I decided I would put her in a basket. And this is a basket I put her in 2023, about spring of 2023. And this is what she did. And now she just have all roots in this pot, and I'm gonna have to get her out. I'm not gonna chop her up because when I hang her, she is a beauty. She hasn't bloomed for me yet, but to tell that she is in mostly, or she needs to be repotted, she's sticking out right now. Her leaves starts curling in, see? So she's not able to absorb her enough water and nutrients. And she stores water in her, she's kind of like a Hoya. See, she's a little curled and wrinkly there. So I'm going to give her a new pot and take a few cuttings off of her and give her some space. Hopefully she will flower for me this year. One thing about her though, there are some little thorns on her, and there are aerial roots, and they itches. It gets to your skin. It can be very itchy. They sting a bit. So I have to be prepared to go and wash my arms when I'm finished taking care of her. I can't deal with her long sleeves today, or I should be probably wearing long sleeves. I don't know if that is the case for everyone else. Please put that in the comments below. If you find that you have a Zig Zag or Ric Rac cactus and it does that to you, please let me know. It could be just me that's a little sensitive to it. So now let me get to it. I'm going to be taking her out of this hanging basket that she's in. I already prepared the pot and the soil. I'm going to make this into a hanging basket. Okay? It's a big pot. It's not really a hanging basket at the moment, but I'm going to make it into one. I have the hanger somewhere that I'm going to be attaching to it. So I don't want to disturb her too much because she's already a little stressed. See, look inside. That's what I put in the pot. And it's just one piece. And she went crazy. They don't have big root balls, you know, but enough. See? I took her out. And that's what she looks like under here. Dry and thirsty. So I'm not even going to be messing with her roots. Oh, that's a little low. I don't want her to be too low or too high, and that's good soil that she has here. So I'm not going to disturb that thing. She don't have any bugs, no mealy bugs. You know, she's quite good. But I want to be able to cover up these stems or these vines or whatever she have. I want to cover them up with soil. So I think that is good right here, where I can dump as much soil as possible in this pot. And I have my soil mixed. It's cactus soil because she is a cactus. Yes. So I have my soil all mixed. And this pot takes a lot of soil. Okay. So that's what's going on. Let me dump in the soil. See, it's all mixed, nice and hairy. She's gonna love what I'm doing for her. See? Dumping soil in. If I don't do this, she's not gonna do very well for this growing season. So I'm trying to help her. And then I'm going to be taking a few cuttings from her. I took some cuttings from her. You can't even tell because she's so big. Okay? So I'm dumping in soil. easiest plant to work with when they get so big, but I love this thing. When she's hanging, it's just such a beauty. Oh boy, see, look at these. Look at these things. Look at these. Look at all these. Can you imagine? She's going to be in one of my hearties, just hanging in there, and she will be very happy. She's not going to die. She's not going to skip a beat because she's going to be actually happy. I put some cinnamon in her soil, and it's a nice airy soil. I'm going to top her off with this. So she have a bit of I'm not going to put Epsom salt in this because I am a little nervous about her roots because she don't have big root balls, and I don't want to destroy these roots and cause any problem with my beautiful cactus. Okay, but I'm going to dump a little more cinnamon. Cinnamon is just really, it's like a, you know, I would say pest control, but it also keeps little gnats away, and it's like a fungicide as well. So that's good about that. And I am going to put osmocote as my slow release. And you know, the cactus don't need a whole lot of fertilizer, but with this being so big, she do need some nutrients because she's been just sitting kind of like on top of the soil all this while, and she did good growing for me, so I'm going to take care of her. See how much soil I have to put in? Yeah, this is nice, good mix. Very good. So, yeah. So that's this for this one. She's good, and later on in the evening I will give her some water. I'm not going to water her now. This evening or in the morning. I'll sweat her down real good. Because she's going to be hanging again. It's going to be one heavy hanging planter, but she is a good pot, and she have a good nice hanger on the wall. So I finished potting her up. I'm going to take a few cuttings. I already cleaned my shear, and it's not hard to take the cuttings because look at this one. Look at this. Ouch. Ooh, that was what I'm talking about. I need to wear gloves, but like I said, I don't like gloves. So we can take this one off. Okay? And pot that up. We can take this one off. Pot it up. We can take most of these off of here and just pot them up. But I won't take all off because I want to give these a chance. So I'm probably going to take this one. You can just, you don't even have to use a pair of scissors if you don't want to, because I think you can just twist it off like this. Okay? There we go. So this will, we can separate this and stick that in the pot. So that will be a plan. Put that over here. And you can even tell, see? So I'm not hurting her. I'm trying to help her. I'm not going to take any. And you can also make, you can also cut. Where you see these aerial roots, you can cut like that. And then this part that you cut off will send out new shoots. Okay? That's what happened here. I did make a cut right in here, and it sends shoots all over the place. See, right here. So that's what we can do. So that's 2 pieces or 3 pieces. So this is done right here. Let me see. I probably should take another piece from, you see this one? This eyes was snipped right in the middle here, and it sent out these 2 with all these aerial roots. What I'm going to do, and I'm just going to take a snippet of this one. Okay? See all these roots? You can actually cut these in all these spaces, short pieces, and plant these. See, this is actually live roots right here, not even dried up. So this piece can cut several times. See, and stick in the pot, and they will grow for you. So that's what I'm going to do with this piece. So I don't want to take too much more off this because I really love what it's doing. There. Let me see over here. I'm not going to touch this. I do not want to mess up my beautiful. Let me crack this inside. They're epiphytic, you know. These can grow in the wild and rocks and in trees and have these aerial roots hanging everywhere. So this is another spot that I had snipped right here, and look, this came out. I think what I'm going to do, and this will be the last one, because this is so dehydrated, I'm going to be taking this one off right here. Because there's this one on the same branch, and then there is this that came out to the side. So I'm going to take this off, allow this one to callus. I'm going to take it right here. There. So now that I took this off here, I still have this one on. And then she will get new shoots from the side. Okay? So that is it. I'm not taking no more off her. That is it. Wow. This thing is really thorny. It's my fault. I should have put my gloves on. Okay? So, you can just imagine, look at this. Now it's in a bigger pot. Look at this. In the big pot. Oh, jeez, look at this. Oh. I'll put it on my head. See? Look at it. Just imagine and think about this being. Think of this being hanging. And look. Look at that. Okay, enough of that. So this one is done and ready to attach the hangers. Okay? So I put it over here. Where did I put the hangers? This is the hanger for that pot. So you have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to attach it to the holes, and then like that. This will be the hanger for that Ric Rac cactus. Okay, so that's done. I won't take up your time, so I'll put the hanger on off camera so I can hang it. And this pot really should be sterilized. But I'm going to use I'm going to be using cinnamon. This is my Jade plant, and she too has been just asking for help. And I'm going to take a few snippets of it. I already did some. This was planted the same time, spring of 2023, and I was really shocked. I wanted to grow it into like a bonsai, but it fell where the sun was, and right now there's nothing I can do about her because she's already fallen to the side. So I'm going to take her out of this pot and see if I can get her out. As she is. I don't want to disturb her too much. See? That's it. It's not great big root balls, but she needs a little more room. So I should have done something about the pot, but like I said, I'm going to use cinnamon, and she will be just fine. She will be fine. Yes, that was good soil. And this is too small. This was a hanging pot as well. And it is a hanging pot, but it's just too shallow. It's just outgrown. And if you see inside looks white, I can tell you why. It's the chlorine from the water. You see how much chlorine is in the water? So the chlorine forms that sediment in the pot, which, you know, it's not going to hurt the plants. Or some plants are sensitive to the chlorine water. So that's why I harvest rainwater so I can use on my plants. So I'm going to dump some addition, fill this one with some soil. It's cactus soil, so I'm using the same mix that I use on the Ric Rac cactus. And this is a Jade is a succulent as well. So succulents and cacti, they kind of require the same type of soil. So that's what I'm doing. I'm filling her her in. So she's gonna continue her trailing, since that's what she was doing. And I'm gonna take some little cuttings off of her, give her some fertilizer, and then once a month I'll feed her with liquid fertilizer, which is Go-Fight or Miracle Grow. I can also mix 20-20-20 if I choose. So yes, she was just lifting out of the soil and asking for help, but I can't change her into a bonsai anymore. The new plant that I'm making, if I am around, I can try to make that into a bonsai, or let her grow like a tree. As I like to see when the trunks get, woody. Yeah, this is a good plant. Let me see what this is. Oh, okay, that's nothing. That's a piece of that's a bit of perlite. Scared me a minute. I thought that was gonna be okay. Let me clean my scissors over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna make a few cuttings off of this, like right here, small cutting, and put it over there. I'm gonna make a pot, nice pot. I'm leaving those that's trailing down here. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah. Let me see which other one I can take off. I do not want to disturb this too much, or I probably should take some and put it on the inside of this plant, filling the space. Here is my tool. There we go. Just need to make a hole and stick that in. That's how we get the pot to be nice and full. And they don't take long to get roots. You don't have to do much with them. Just cut them. Get the lower roots, leaves off, like that. Yep. Stick them in. The pot is going to be nice and bushy by, in summer into fall. Okay. Let me see. I think I'm going to cut this right here. And this part that I cut off, I'm going to save that for another pot. This piece that I cut off over here, it's going to become full. See, like right there. That's going to full out, push right out. So these are little pieces. I want to take another piece and put it on the inside. Yeah. Yeah, because I really want this pot to be nice and full, because it's going to be hanging, and I like them full. There. How about another seed? One from here. Yeah. Take the leaves off. You don't want to bury those under the soil. And you stick this right here. Fertilizer is already there, and I'm going to water this down later on, because right now it's very hot. It's almost 90-something degrees right here. So you don't water your plant in the middle of the day like that when it is so hot, because when the soil gets very hot and you put water, then that's going to kind of scorch the plant. So later on, 6 o'clock or 5:30, when the sun goes down or it gets cooler, I definitely will put some water on. Okay? Yeah. There. One more piece, and I think that will be it. Yeah, that's it. When this grows, it's gonna be full, and we take one more leaf off. There. Okay, so this is going to be very beautiful once it's filled in. I have to lift this back out of this pot so I can fix the hangers on the back. There. So this is the hanger, and I took it out. That's the only way I could get the big Ric Rac out of this pot. Yeah. So there it is. Okay. Yeah. So let me fix it. there, just snap it through this hole. There we go. This one is not that hard. This was already made as a hanging basket. So you just have to assemble it. So there it is. It's in. You bring it back a little. And like that, it's ready. That side is ready. We have this one. I'm going to put on over here. Yeah. Stick it through this hole, which is already there, designed for it. And bring it in. Yeah. The hanger is a little rusted because and I just bought these this year. I just for this basket changed the outer part. No, this one was bought last year. So this has been out there a little bit over a year. Yeah. So there it is. So there. Like that. And you put this back in here. And that's the hanging basket. Okay. There we go. Never break anything. Yes, I've been meaning to do this for a while, but the Ric Rac cactus was a little daunting. But I got it done, huh? Yeah. All right, so I put you through here. Don't break anything. And like that, just like that. Let me see if it's at the right place. A little bit more. Okay, there. One more leaf. You have to be so careful with your plants and that you don't break them off trying to fix them. And sometimes we break them. You just have to plan them up if we break them. Yeah. Come on, darling. All right. So this is the hanging basket for this one, and I think we are ready. Up here is a little twisted. A little bit twisted. A little bit twisted. Why, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, this probably go through here. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that's the problem. The chain was stuck on the inside. Let's see if there's any more. Yeah, there it is. All right. So here we go. This is the hanging basket for the Jade, and she's ready. I'm just going to introduce you to my, taking it out, to my syngonium, arrowhead syngonium. I had to chop this one up in February, yeah, 2024. That's just over 2 months. And I put most of the pieces back because it dried up over after the growing season and I wasn't around to take care of it in 2023. So it dried up and there were just little dry pieces in that box, in that pot I mean. And I like to have it in a planter. So this, I'm just improvising because the insert for this one is too small for, well, it wouldn't be actually too small, but I had potted it up in this pot and I want to hang it. It's ready. I don't have to do anything to it. All these little pieces, I just want to show you how fast growing this thing is. These little pieces that I put in this, and you can see it's sending out more roots, more shoots over here, and it's so green and fresh. This is the arrowhead syngonium. So I'll be hanging her in that area with my monsteras. There we go. So that's ready to go. And for, I have a cup and saucer planter here, which I've been waiting to put something in. It's, the soil is ready. It's the same cactus soil. And I believe I'll be making a pot of jade out of her. So with these nice species, the soil is ready. I'm not putting Epsom salt. I don't like to put the Epsom salt on my cacti and succulents, but I do put cinnamon and I do put my osmocote. So I'm going to take the bottom branches off of the pieces that I just cut from the mother plant. There. And I'm going to stick her right in this. I'm going to try to make plants that say this is not too much big of a pot for her, I don't think. I'm going to have to train her because, you know, she was on the trailing plant. So I'll do it. I'll use my ties and small stakes and bring her up like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with her. That's what I want to see. I'm going to put all the pieces that I slipped off in this pot. There. I think I'm going to take this little branch off. Some cinnamon on. Yeah. Cut this top off. And I put her in here. So we're going to have different sizes to work with here. But I'm going to train them because I want them to grow upright. Like this. You just said to train the tree when it's young, right? So if you don't catch it when it's young, then forget it. So this is another piece. Yeah, trimming these off. And I put this right over here. There we go. And they catch easily. I'm not even, you can put them to callus if you like, but it is not necessary. They grow easily, just don't, you know, stifle them with water. Well, not stifle, but too much water. They don't take too much water anyway because they are succulents. Shouldn't overwater. So, whole idea, I probably will take this off here. So it will be easier to train when I'm pulling it up and tie it with my I think I'm going to use the Velcro, the garden Velcro with small stakes. Then it will be easier. And then this can form its own shoot. So there it is. Take all these bottom leaves off so we can stick it in the soil. There it is. There we go. And that's ready. That is ready. So this will be sitting on a shelf somewhere or a table. This is my cup and saucer. I'm going to put Jade. Get my chalk. Yeah. And I'm going to quickly make start another basket. I'm not going to put a whole lot of it because I know what it's going to do. I'm not going to put a whole lot of pieces in this pot. It's going to be one of those pots you can just put a few pieces and let it grow. Watch it grow. And it will be in a hanger like this one. Okay? So that will be another new hanging basket. So I'm going to cut this one that has all these roots. So that's, let me see where I want to cut this right here. Right there. And stick that in. And cut this one right here. See, have all those arrow roots already. And you stick it in. So this is not going to be one of those that you're going to see beauty right away, but see, this have the roots right here and it's ready to go. So I stick it in and make sure those roots are laying in the soil, okay? So that will cut off, see? Oh, I need to put a bit of cinnamon and a bit of osmocote, and I'm going to put osmocote over here. I think I already did. Yeah, Jade, you got some osmocote on the Sigonia. So yeah, that's enough osmocote. I think I'm a little heavy on the osmocote sometimes. Well, I have it out. I don't know if I put some on the Jade. So Jade, you get some osmocote on the Jade plant. You know, when you set them up and you give them all that they need, and you know you just have to water, then that makes life much easier for you. You don't have to keep, oh, I didn't fertilize this one. I didn't fertilize this one. Oh, I need to fertilize. You just do it right here and then. See? Fertilizer will be in there. Each time you water, they get fertilized. Okay? I'm going to cut this again. Yeah, like that. And then, top of this is a little dry, so I'm going to snip that off, but it's not going to do anything. And then we stick this in the soil. Right around. So this basket is going to be nice and full. And I want one little piece to stick in the center, and then that's it for this basket. Okay, I may take this off. Yes. So this will be for the center. It's a little rusted, it's a little raggedy, but it's going to grow. Not throwing it away. Right here. There you go. And when they're updated, you my subscribers who watches my channel will be the first to see how well this basket will be doing. So this one is ready. I'm going to hang this in a corner, or I may put it outside the propagation station and let it, you know, stay there and grow. It's windy here, so I'm fighting against the wind. There. But it's not a bad thing. Top this off with a little soil. Nice soil. Okay, so there that is, and that's ready to go. So that's 3 pots. Oh, I'm ripping my table apart. This is this hanging basket, and this is done. So I have 4 hanging baskets over here that I've just made or fixed and adjusted, and I want to see. I'm going to give a couple of those away, but I'm going to pot it up, friend. And I want to show you my little collection of cactuses, bunny hair cactus that I have here sitting on my table. Look at this. I set this up in January. This was one of the first projects I did when I got back, because they were falling over everywhere, and I just put a few pieces in there. And look how gorgeous these are. Look at these. These are easy to grow, and they're very low light, and you don't have to water them all the time. You don't have to fertilize them all the time. They're very easy. Very, very easy. I don't want to pull on this. This is a little makeshift terrarium planter that I made. You see, everything is thriving in there. See, even a piece of the Ric Rac cactus is in there. It's too small, moonshine, Sansevieria or Dracaena. See, and everything is growing. It does have soil and rocks and marbles, so it's low maintenance. Very little fertilizer and water every once in a while. And I'm going to show you where I keep her. Of this scale that I put up here, it works, a clock like an antique scale. So I put her up there like that. I need a battery for it. Uses a C battery, 1 C battery, and I just pick her up and I set her right there, and she sits right there, and then my cacti sits there. And then after that, I'll clean up my table, and you will see the beauty. These go somewhere else. What happens? Clean up my mess, and that's my table. That is what the table looks like after I clean it up, with those hanging over it. And these goes over here. Just want you to have an idea as to what I do with that. And yeah, that is it. That's where it sits. It's really a clock, and it takes a C battery. I bought that on Amazon. I decided I was going to hang it over my table on my balcony and have that plant sitting in it, and then these cacti on the table. If you like my video, my friends, I ask you kindly to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I truly appreciate you subscribing, and I thank you so much for watching, and you will see me in the next video, because gardening is truly my therapy. Thank you for watching.